I'd really rather not do this.
Why?
I just prefer not to do it. I really would.
No. He's a good politician. He's very good. Y'all don't have the camera rolling right now, do you? Hope you don't.
If somebody came up to you like me and asked you a question about what you thought of state politics in general, what would you say?
I probably couldn't say it on TV.
This is educational TV, so you have more latitude.
No, basically Louisiana politics isn't any different than any other state I've lived in, believe it or not. I lived in Illinois and New Mexico, and they're all the same. We just get more publicity about it.
Other states don't have Edwin Edwards, though.
They have their Edwin Edwards. You know, they have their own Edwin Edwards. May not be the same man, but the actions are the same. Yeah. Louisiana politics was terrible, and it is. But as compared to where I've lived since then, it's not any worse than those places were.
Why do you think it has a reputation?
I think we Louisianians in the past have accepted it as commonplace. You know, that's commonplace here, and it was a thing to do. Somebody beat the system in a sense. But
Well, that was the only way I knew.
if it was up to me, I'd change everything. But I can't, as one person, change everything.
Do you think the election coming up is going to make much of a difference one way or the other?
No.
That was
If someone else would be elected, I'd say yes, but Edwin Edwards is going back in. There's no doubt in my mind that he's going back in.
How do you feel about that?
I feel disgusted about it. I think it's a total waste that the people in Louisiana can't see what's happening right under their noses. Or don't care.
If you had to describe Edwin Edwards in a word or a phrase, what would you say?
Al Capone was never convicted of anything except tax evasion. He was the biggest crook in the United States. Edwin Edwards fits in the same category.
What about one word or short-term descriptions of Billy Tozan?
that means something.
I don't really know Billy Tozan. I think he's an Edwards lackey, though.
That was all.
And I feel he's on the same.
There was something.
He's in the past been an Edwards supporter and a big supporter.
What about
But
Romer?
I don't know this from experience.
I like what Buddy Romer says, but his father's ties with Edwards scare me.
What about Livingston?
He's the only man that can beat Edwards, I feel. I'm not sure that Livingston is the right man, but I think he's probably the best of, he's the one that can beat him. He may not be the best, but he's the one that can beat him.
Okay, now you brought it back to me.
My personal favorite is Jim Brown, but I'm not sure that I can vote for Jim Brown because I think I need to vote for somebody that can beat Edwards.
Thank you very much. And I said, what do you think of state politics? What would you say?
I think that they have wasted a lot of taxpayers' money, wasting time down there doing nothing. They don't have any money to do nothing with it. They don't have any money to do anything with to start with. Everybody got the hand out. They want a free lunch program. The party's over. Go home. Give them 40 acres and a mule. Tell them to come back.
What do you think of Governor Edwards?
Governor Edwards is did what he had to do what he did. That's double talk. Governor Edwards is trying to be a big spender with no money. Try to please a lot of people, no money.
Is that different than it's ever been in Louisiana?
Yes and no. In the heyday of Louisiana, when there was a lot of oil money, a lot of gas money, people had jobs, yes, it was different. It's different today because no money, no job, unemployment. But they didn't take advantage of putting up a nest egg. Let's leave a nest egg, put it up and leave it up for purposes, not take them out of one program, put them into another.
Who do you think the best politician that ever was?
I don't know nothing about Louisiana politics. I'm from Mississippi.
Mississippi?
Right.
Who do you think the best politician there ever was in Louisiana that you remember?
The best politician there ever was in Louisiana for state officials. Dave Treen, I like Dave Treen. He was clean, honest. I reckon that was his biggest enemy. He was clean and honest.
In one word or one phrase, how would you describe Edwin Edwards?
Risky.
Who'd you vote for 4 years ago?
It wasn't Edwin Edwards.
Thanks.
Well, I came from by none of them. I made a good living. I'd say a good fair living. And I retired, and I'm still making a living off it. So I can't grumble. Oh, I'd say kind of wish-washy now. Like I said the other day, told a fella the other day, I said, they was talking about the governor race. I said, well, I don't know about that. They said they ain't got no money. It's 8 running, so there must be some money somewhere.
You think that's why people go into politics?
No. It's just, I wouldn't say that, no. Just, I reckon it'll be recognized. That's all I'm saying.
What was that?
An embarrassment.
No, what is embarrassing?
Pardon?
I
Start
didn't hear
again.
that. I didn't hear you.
I said our state politics are an embarrassment. I mean, when you start thinking about the governor and all that you hear on TV about how the state is going broke and how teachers can't get a pay raise and all of that stuff. I mean, it's terrible. It's a shame.
But hasn't politics always been that way in Louisiana?
I don't think so. Not quite this bad.
Thanks.
Maybe the elections will bring up some better politicians. Maybe we'll have a better governor.
That's your thing?
What show? Is that y'all news or something?
Public TV,
Like what channel?
Channel 27.
That's what it is here, huh? With Sesame Street.
What are y'all gonna ask?
What do you think about Louisiana politics?
Get Edwards out. Yeah, get Edwards out of office. Because he didn't seem to be doing anything for our state.
Wasn't he governor for about 12 years? Was he doing something?
Not that I know of, no.
Well, who do you think's going to turn things around?
Bob Livingston.
Why?
He just seems like the right man, and he's a Republican.
Think it's going to take a Republican to do that?
Yes.
You don't think when Bob Livingston goes to Baton Rouge, he might turn into Edwin Edwards?
No, I don't think so. It's a chance, I guess, but I don't think so.
I think Louisiana folks like their politicians to be like Edwin Edwards, a little flamboyant.
That's their entertainment. Yeah. That's all it is.
We
They
had a
don't have any
Republican.
jobs, and all the state workers aren't getting paid. They're gonna change around more. I don't like the entertainment. All right.
You had a Republican 4 years ago, and then Edwards came back and beat him. How come?
He wasn't doing very well. He wasn't doing very well. He tried, but he let everybody push him around too much.
Might the same thing happen if Livingston gets it?
Chance gotta take. Edwards has been in there 12 years or so, and I don't think he's a crook.
Some people are saying if Livingston gets in a runoff with Edwards, he can't beat him.
I think he can.
He's got a sound problem.
Louisiana politics? From Louisiana Public Broadcasting? We asked you a question about what you thought of Louisiana politics. In one word, what would you say?
Crooked.
Hey, Floyd, hang on to that.
Crooked?
Crooked. Listen, I mean, I'm a northerner. Okay, that's going to get me kicked out already, but that's how they come across. They line, scratch my back, I'll scratch yours. That's how it comes across.
How come?
Because it's true. It's true.
I find it depressing personally. And I'm a born Baton Rougean. Love Baton Rouge, lived there all my life, but it's depressing. And Louisiana doesn't want to change. That's what they want. That's what they get.
Why do you think they
I do not know. I do not know. But it's heart sickening. It really is.
You don't find it entertaining at all?
No, I don't. Like I said, it's boring, it's depressing, and it's. I just don't get me started. No, you don't either. No. Louisiana is a wonderful state. It has wonderful people. But as long as they let the politicians that they put in office do what they do, they keep putting them in, knowing what they do, things aren't going to change.
There's got to be a reason why.
Well, I don't particularly think it's the mentality of Louisiana, because if you take a poll, this girl is not a native Louisianan, my husband is not. Most people aren't. It's outsiders that are doing the voting. Think about it. Louisiana is not full of Louisianians. It's transplants. Mississippi people, Texas people, there aren't that many just locals. I just think that's what they want.
But isn't there a tradition of kind of flamboyant politics going on?
I don't call it flamboyant. It's disgusting. It really is. Baton Rouge wants Pat Screen, and Louisiana wants Edwin Edwards. Let them have it. It is almost embarrassing now to say I am from Baton Rouge, and even more so, I am from Louisiana. And that's how I feel about it.
What's going to happen in this election?
Probably the mentality, they'll have Edwin Edwards again, and Louisiana it will be that old saying, the last one out of Shreveport, turn out the lights. There will be nothing here to have. Nothing.
Have you ever voted for somebody who, once they got in office, surprised you and turned out to be bad?
No, because I've never voted for Edwin Edwards. I didn't vote. I'm a Republican. I'm a Henson Moore fan. No. And I never voted for Pat Screen either. Who? He's going to get my vote, just like Dave Treen got my vote and all the others.
Can he win?
If the people that want to see Louisiana come up to where it belongs, where it can be, where it should be, yes. But you can't do it sitting at home in your living room and saying, why did those people vote for ever who they voted for? If the people get out and put their money where their mouth is, yeah, he can win. And he'll do good. We can give him 4 years anyway, can't we? We gave Dave Treen 4 years. He did pretty doggone good. Eddie Edwards came back in, and he got all of his little friends behind him. So he's got something on somebody somewhere. Who knows? But look what happened with Bro and Henson Moore. So yeah, Livingston can win, but people are gonna have to get out and vote for him. He can't win just going around making speeches. It takes us, the public, to get out and vote for him.
What do you think people see in Edwards that make them want to vote for him?
Promises, 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 and they're stupid enough to believe them. The man comes out and says, I'm a womanizer, I'm a gambler, I'm this, and they say, oh, ain't that cute? And they're going about their business. Is it not true?
In different parts of the country that happens and the person.
Well, let me say this. Back when Edwards was running against Treen, we were in South Louisiana, Morgan City, attending something. And they had people from Morgan City, Baton Rouge, even from North Louisiana. And these people kept saying, oh, who are you going to vote for? And this was like in June. We were coming, kind of like, you know, what now? And they said, oh, well, we're going to vote for Edwin Edwards because he's not going to be like Dave Treen and only treat Baton Rouge and, Baton Rouge down. We're going for Eddie Edwards. You see what he's done to Shreveport, haven't you?
I'm getting out, man. I'm a public servant.
Thank you very much.
Told you not to get me started.
Before the Republicans became a strong enough force?
Oh, I've always voted Republican, but see, I am old enough to where you had to be 21 before you could register to vote. Then it was also the closed primary. Remember those days where you had to be Democrat to vote? I've never voted Democratic. I just had to register Democratic. So I love Louisiana. I think it's a wonderful state. I think it's got a lot of heritage, a lot of people. People love the state. Why they get the politics, I do not know, though. I guess we just have to live with it. But if it keeps on and I ever get a chance, I will leave.
A lot of people have already had to do that, and it's a shame to take all of the resources from this state and transport them to another state. My husband's a good example of that. He works in California. He would like to be home with his family, but there's nothing here for him.
That is the dumb. Why are you standing there saying that? That's stupid? That's like saying if you take away Angola, there won't be any more prisoners. No, that's stupid. No. David Train wasn't crooked. Do you think he was a crooked politician?
But I just look back for 100 years and I see a long line of crooked politicians, and I see people getting returned to office who, if they were in another state, probably wouldn't have them. There's something here.
Yeah, there's
Crooked money.
people want to believe in promises. They really and truly do. And all these politicians, only the real crooked ones can promise you the stars and the moon, knowing they cannot give it to you. Okay? A true politician, he won't come out and say, well, like, if I don't vote for Livingston, I like Brown. Because he's energetic, he's young. I think he loves Louisiana. I think he wants to help the state. That's what we want. Somebody to convince us that the state can be and help us get it there. One politician. We're not going to get one. One politician can't do it by himself. Just like Reagan. You can't blame all the world's problems on Reagan. He's one man.